Hey guys, it's Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you guys can tell by the title, we are doing a makeup declutter video, and judging by the amount of talking I do in other videos, this video, you best believe, is very long. I already filmed the decluttering portion last night, and I'm filming the intro and outro right now. And yes, this is going to be a very long video, so grab a coffee, a snack, do some work while you listen to me chat about decluttering my makeup. If you are interested to know, my storage is from IKEA. It's the Alex 9 drawer, like every other beauty guru. I'm not even a beauty guru. Every other YouTube in general has. And then my inserts and all of the different little cube things are actually all from the dollar store. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing me declutter all of my makeup, then just keep on watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and as well as subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in 1 second. Hey guys, so it is currently Friday night. It's about 10 o'clock right now, and for some reason I get in these like super decluttery organization moods late at night, and I thought for this week I could film a decluttering my makeup, and I've done this a little bit recently, but not like a brutal declutter where I go through and I get rid of a ton of stuff. And I just recently actually decluttered all of my stickers, which if you do not know, I am a planner girl and I have a lot of stickers from different Etsy shops, and I just recently went through all those and was really brutal and got rid of a ton of stuff from that. So that's kind of inspired me to go through the rest of my stuff. I'm going to be going through my closet soon as well. Let me know if you guys want to see a full like closet declutter. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I've seen a little bit on YouTube, but not a ton. It's more makeup. So we are going to do makeup today. It's going to be a pretty short, I'm hoping a short video, or like short for a makeup declutter. Normally makeup declutters are super long because the person goes through and like swatches everything and that sort of thing, but I do know generally what I want to get rid of and what I want to keep. I'm going to try to be super brutal with myself. If I haven't used something, I'm going to get rid of it. I, in the past, have not gotten rid of things because I've known that I've spent a lot of money on them, but I just need to stop with that. If I'm not using it, clearly I need to pass it on to someone else that will use it more, or I just need to throw it out because I'm not going to use it. So we're going to start with the top drawer, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get through all of them down to my lipstick drawer. So we're going to get started with this top drawer. This is my foundations, concealers, powders, and primers. I know that there are some primers that I want to get rid of. One most likely being this one right here. This is the Urban Decay Pore Perfecting Primer. I don't really use this very often. I don't have huge pores myself, so pore perfecting primers don't really do much for me. I mainly like hydrating primers, and honestly, what does the Hourglass even do? I guess it is a pretty like hydrating primer, which is my favorite primer. Hourglass, I got like the huge ginormous one, and then I kind of refill this one as I go. This is like the travel one, and yeah. So I also I really like the Hangover RX. This one I haven't used for a while, so I might get rid of this one too. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1. This is the green one. This is for color correcting redness, which I've noticed that my redness has gone down a little bit, so I might get rid of that. I think I'm going to put maybes up on top here, and then I'll decide later. But for sure, I'm going to get rid of the Urban Decay one. This one's really, really nice. This is the Hydrating Foundation Primer from Laura Mercier. This is like a, is this a deluxe sample? This is pretty big for a deluxe sample, holy crap. But yeah, I really like that one. And so yeah, I think those are the ones that I'm going to keep. This here I got, I think for free from something. And it is a Shiseido Smart Filtering Smoother. I don't really know if this is actually, I guess it's more of a serum, so I think I might put this, if I put it in my skincare, am I really going to use it? Probably not. So we're going to put that down with the getting rid of stuff. Those are the primers I'm going to keep. I also have some sprays. I have the primer water from Smashbox, and then I also have the Hangover RX setting spray / primer. So I'm going to keep both of those because I use those all the time. So that is everything for primers and stuff. Next, we'll go on to powders. I do have a small Laura Mercier translucent powder, and then I do have a big one. Obviously, I'm going to keep both of those. I have this YSL thing down here that I haven't used for a while, but it is really, really cool. Oh, it's all like dirty from the packaging. I guess I can get rid of this. I don't really know why I keep it in this fancy bag. I think it's because it's fancy, but this is like a, I don't even know what this is. What is this called? It's like a balm, and you put it on your face. It's a Touche Clot Blur Perflector? Blur Perfector. There we go. And it's a really cool product, and I actually use this sometimes when I'm just on the go and just quickly want to rub this on my face just to kind of blur out any imperfections, and I actually really like that. So I'm going to keep this. I'm just going to take it out of its packaging because I feel like it'll look a lot better like that. Beautiful. So that is that. We're going to put the Laura Mercier down there. And actually I'm going to put this here as well. Okay, so we're going to get into the powders. I have my MAC powder, which I love, my Kat Von D powder that I love. This right here is the Too Faced powder. This I've actually been using as a bronzer, and I don't know, honestly, because I'm tanned right now, it shows up more as a powder, so I actually might keep this just as like when I'm tanned powder. I also have the Rimmel Stay Matte. I haven't used this for a good year and a half, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't use it hardly ever. I also have another Kat Von D powder back here, which was actually sent to me by somebody that said that she didn't use it. It is so light. Like, look at how light that is. Like, you could actually use this probably as like a brightening powder. That's actually a really good idea. Maybe I'll keep that for that, because I have this other Kat Von D, which this one is almost out, which I need to finish that up, but I really like both of those, and that is all. So we're going to put the Kat Von Ds at the back, MAC, Too Faced, and then I do have another Too Faced here. This is the Primed and Poreless. This is my favorite powder. This one is actually pretty new, but I need to fix it because the tray comes out, so yeah, I use that pretty much daily, so I'm going to put that back there. I also have this Urban Decay one, which I am trying to finish up as well. I believe I'm pretty close. Okay, yep, we'll keep that one. And then I'll put this back here, and then can I fit that there? Perfect, beautiful. Okay. So that is powders, primers, and sprays. Next up, we're going to go into the concealers. There's actually these two little pots here. These are both from Laura Mercier. I never reach for these just because they're like little samplers. I actually have never even opened this. This is their translucent setting powder. Is this just the same thing as the other two? So I have like 3 of them. And then this one right here is their secret brightening powder, which again is like a really white powder that hasn't even been opened yet. So I'm actually going to take both of these and put those into the to-go pile. I have this here, which is the Erase Paste from Benefit. I do not use this hardly ever. It's still good. I feel like it's very like tacky, and I don't think I'll ever reach for that. Girl, why did you buy this? Okay, I think I'm going to say goodbye to the Erase Paste because I really don't use it. And majority of the time when I am doing my under eyes, I'm using more of a brightening rather than that one, which is like a peach one. This is the Benefit Boing Concealer, which I actually do really like. It matches my skin tone pretty nicely. And this is what I like to use when I do have some marks and stuff that I want to cover up. I have this guy here, which I think I'm going to get rid of. I don't know how much of this I have left, but this was pretty freaking expensive. Ooh, that's a lot. But this is the YSL Touche Clot, what is it? Touch. Radiant Touch. This was really freaking expensive. Why? Okay, so I am going to keep this just because it was pretty expensive. It is really nice. I just need to learn to use it more. I also have these two guys here, which are both from NARS. I use both of these. I don't know. They're probably both pretty close to being done because I have had these for quite a long time. But I am going to keep them because I really do like the NARS. I also have the MAC one, which I really like. I have the Naked Skin concealer from Urban Decay. I have the green one, which I actually really like to use sometimes. And then we have the Maybelline. This is actually brand new. I have not even, well, I've used it maybe once. But I think I'm going to pass that along. I think my sister actually uses this, so I might pass it along to her. But it's really sad that, like, majority of my products are, like, from Sephora and high-end. But honestly, like, it's what you pay for. It's better. I don't know. I'm a high-end gal, okay? But we're going to seriously declutter all of these foundations because I have way too friggin' many. Let me just tell you. One thing, I've just recently got this. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfecting, which there's foundation on it. That's gross. But we're going to keep that. We're also going to keep both of my Hourglass stick foundations. Those are probably my favorite foundations. I've also got two other stick foundations. One is from Tarte and one is from Anastasia. Both are pretty good. One's just a little bit darker and one's a little bit lighter. But I do really like both of them, so I'm going to keep those. Honestly, I think stick foundations are some of my favorite when it comes to foundations. That was not a sentence that made any sense. I also really like the Marc Jacobs for when I am doing like a full face, really, really beat face. And then we have the YSL. This is the Le Teint Éclat de Peau. That's my French. I know, I'm good. But this is actually really nice if you want a light foundation. If you feel like your skin is looking really nice, but you just want a little bit of like a, I don't know, like to consistently make your face look, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's really nice if you're trying to make your face look all one color. That's what I'm trying to say. Next up, this used to be like my favorite foundation, but I've had this for way too long. Let me just tell you. Also, the lid is like really, really gross. But this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. This used to be my favorite. But like I said, I have gotten a lot of new foundations. This I've also had for a really long time and it's almost out. So I actually think I'm going to just let her go. Because I think it's like, yeah, it's definitely gone bad. Ooh, that's weird. There's like little chunks in it. Okay, so that's gonna go. I'm keeping my NARS. I feel like this one just needs a good shake and it'll be good. This is the NARS All Day Luminous, so it's a really nice luminous foundation. I also have the Fenty one, which I just recently got, which I love. So that's gonna stay in there. Kat Von D. Honestly, this is a little bit too dark for me and I do not like it. I used to like it, but like recently I've just thought it looked really, really cakey, so I am going to pass that one along. The Tarte Clay, Amazonian Clay. This I feel like is a little bit too dark for me as well. And it's very much like the Kat Von D one where it's like so friggin' thick. Oh, it's not that dark. It's not that thick. I feel like the Kat Von D one is like the thickest foundation out there. But it is like a tattoo foundation, so it like is supposed to be able to cover up tattoos, which is insane. So I am going to keep the Tarte one. I really do like that one. I have this Naked Skin foundation from Urban Decay. Not the hugest fan of this one. It is really, really, I don't know if you guys can tell with my really weird lighting. I currently have like fake lighting, obviously, because it's like 10 o'clock at night. But it is a really, really orange foundation, and I am not that orange. Also, it's a super watery foundation, which I don't know how I feel about that, but I think I'm gonna pass this guy along. I haven't used it for a really long time. Yeah, we'll pass that one along. And then lastly, we have the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. I haven't used this a ton just because it is a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but like I said, I do like a few foundations in a little bit of a darker color to match me in the summer. And like currently I'm a little bit tanned because I got back from Punta Cana about a month ago, which I'm actually surprised that I'm still tanned since it was literally a month ago. And I'm still going. So I think that looks so much cleaner. Yes, I got rid of 4 foundations, which doesn't seem like a ton, but when I reorganize everything, it looks so nice. I'm so happy with this. Okay, so that is, I believe, everything for this drawer. Clap for Jenna. That's awesome. Next drawer is this guy here. I am not going to get rid of any eyeliners because honestly I do like to have all of these options. This is in the wrong place. This is for my brows. I have my Anastasia Dip Brow. This guy I need to get rid of. Look at how disgusting that is. I need to possibly up my brow setting game and maybe get the Anastasia brow gel or something like that. But I also have the Benefit Gimme Brow, which I feel like I've had this for a really long time. Is it still good? Yeah, it's still decent. So we're going to keep that guy. Ooh, it smells funny. But I also just recently got a set from Benefit that had a bunch of stuff. This guy here is the Highbrow, which I'm actually going to put in with this. This is the, what is this, Cella Ivory Lace Highlighter. These are both like highlighting sticks, so I'm going to put these in this right here with all of my liquid liners. And then I think I'm going to get rid of this guy. This is a NYX eyebrow pencil, which I do not use. I have 2 brow brushes. I have the Hourglass Brow. I have the Anastasia Dip Brow. Okay, so I think that's good for that drawer or little compartment. All of this is good. I like all of my eyeliners. And then here I do think I'm going to get rid of this guy. This is the Maybelline Line Stiletto. I tried to use it the other day and it's pretty much dried out, so that is done. I have so many friggin' Kat Von D liquid liners. This one is a Starlook Pro liner. Is it still good? Oh yeah, that's decent. Okay, so all of those are good. And then I also have my Duo eyelash glue. I have some eyelashes back here. A ton of beauty blenders that need to be washed. Not gonna lie. And then I have a ton of mascaras back here that we need to go through. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, so we have the YSL mascara, which is good. The only issue with this mascara is that it smells so weird, but I can get over it. Once it dries, it's fine. It's just like right when you put it on, it's a lot to deal with. I also have this Almay One Coat Mega Volume. Not my favorite mascara, so I think I'm going to just throw that out. I've used it, but again, it's not my favorite. I also have the Benefit Roller Lash, which I love. I do need to get a new one of that one soon. I also have a little sample of that as well. I kind of go between the two. I have the Benefit They're Real, and then I have this Sephora Full Action Extreme Effect Mascara, which I actually really like. And I never thought that I would like just like your typical Sephora liner, or not liner, mascara. So that is everything for that drawer. I didn't do much in that drawer, but it still looks a lot cleaner than when I first opened it. So second drawer done. Okay, so I tipped you guys down a little bit more and moved you closer to the drawer. This is my highlight, bronzer, and blush drawer, which I really need to declutter this because I have way too many blushes, bronzers, highlights, all the things. So one thing I'm not going to get rid of is any of my Benefit Box blushes. I am a little bit of a collector when it comes to these things, so I really do like how I have all of these. I also have the Hoola bronzer over here, which is my favorite bronzer. I also just recently purchased the new Gold Rush one, and I'm really excited about that. There's also a new highlighter, the Twilight highlighter, I believe that's what it's called. And then there's also the California, which I haven't gotten, but I'm tempted to get them because, like I said, I have a little bit of a collector in me, so I just want them all. I just want to collect them all. But those are my box blushes. I actually really, really like those, and I do use all of them for the most part. I also have 3 Hourglass blushes, which I love. I have this one random MAC blush here. I've kept this because this is the blush that we used for dance competitions, but because I'm no longer doing dance competitions, and I feel like I have other blushes that I could use, I am doing one more dance competition though, because I am taking the spot of one girl for our last competition. Should I keep it, or should I just use another blush? I feel like I could find something else that is similar to this, so we're gonna throw that along. I'm sure my mom would absolutely love that blush, so we're gonna hand that over to her. I also have this guy here, which I've had this for so long. This is the Too Faced like box blushes. These, the packaging is so freaking annoying. It's a really pretty blush, but I just never reach for it because just the packaging is just not great. So I'm gonna pass that along as well. I just never ever reach for it, and I don't think I'm going to. So we're gonna move that guy along. I also have 3 NARS blushes. I love those. I have one NARS highlighter that I actually might just put with the NARS there as well. I have this Becca duo here with the Champagne Pop, and I believe this is Flower Child. It does not, oh yeah, it's Flower Child. I absolutely love, love, love that blush. And then I also have this. This is Opal from Becca. And then I just recently got this guy, which is a gorgeous highlighter. I'm obsessed with this highlighter. Like, oh, yes, girl. Yes, girl. This is one of their newer highlighters. It is called Vanilla Quartz, which it's a really pretty, like, I don't know, champagne gold kind of color. And then lastly for Becca, I do have this one. I could probably use this for competition. It's like a really, really bright corally color, and it's Snapdragon, so really like that. I'm kind of, I hate that the blushes are so much smaller than the highlights. Like, why? I know that they're really pigmented, but it's just really annoying. And then I also have this little teeny tiny blush from Tarte. This is Party, which came, I believe, in the birthday set, which is super cute. And then I also have these 2 blushes here from Milani. I actually really like both of those. This one's probably my favorite and a lot of people's favorite, which is Luminoso. It's just the most stunning coral shade, and with my pale skin tone most of the time, I really, really like that. So those are everything, and I believe that once Gold Rush comes, I can fit that right there, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so moving on to the last little thing here, we have one, I believe this is a blush, and I believe it's like a crazy, oh, nope, it's not a blush, it's a highlighter. Honestly, I don't think this is the best highlighter. No, it's like all like chalky. Like it gives you like a little glow, but I feel like it's really, really powdery and just not my favorite. I think I got this in a FabFitFun box, but I'm going to pass that along because I'm not a huge fan of that. I also have this Milani bronzer. This is a really like unnatural bronzer, as you guys can see. It's a very like orangey color. It's a little weird. I don't know if I will ever use this. Oh, it's not that good either. Okay, we're gonna pass that along. I don't think I've ever used that. And then I have an Hourglass bronzer, which this is like the most gorgeous, like luminescent. Is that a word? It's a really nice bronzer, so that's gonna stay. I also have this Too Faced bronzer. This is the Milk Chocolate, which is the lighter, and I really like that. I think that's really the only bronzers I have. Wow. Oh, I also have this guy, which is Hoola, and that is like my ride or die. So That's good. We have this MAC highlighter. Honestly, not the most amazing highlighter I've ever used. I'm going to try to get a clean finger. But like the packaging is stunning. And it was like a special for Christmas. Okay. That's decent. We're going to keep that because that is so pretty. It's a very, very gold highlighter, which I don't have many of those. So we're going to keep that. I also have the Fenty Beauty Highlighter Duo. This one is really, really nice. And this is in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. Probably one of the favorites of those. And then I also have the Laura Mercier highlighter, which is actually not technically a highlighter. I think they call it just a matte radiance baked powder, which I don't know how they can put matte and radiance in the same sentence, but who knows. So those are all of my highlighters and bronzers. I think I'm going to bring back this NARS. This is Albatross, which I've always loved. It's a very pearl highlighter, which I don't have a ton of. And I think I have one more blush back here that I can come and add up here. And this is the Marc Jacobs blush. I think this is Lions in Last Night. Yes, love, love, love. So I'm going to move everything up. Okay, so I finally figured that out. That is all organized. We're going to move to the back here. These are more of like my palettes and my liquid highlighters. These are my two most used palettes. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I don't use it as much as some people. Like there's people that use this palette to death, but I don't often contour and highlight. Oh no, I highlight more than I do contour, but this is the Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette, which I love, and I'm definitely keeping those two. I have some liquid highlighters, which I love this one. I just recently got this. This is the Hourglass Stick Highlighter. This is like the gold one. It is stunning. So we're keeping that guy. Don't know where we can put that, but I'm just going to put it right there for now. I also have these sticks. These are the Fenty stick matchsticks, I believe they're called, but I'm keeping those because I really like those for when I do liquid, or I guess cream stuff. Speaking of cream stuff, I have this Anastasia cream contour palette. I honestly never use this, guys. Like I think I swatched it and that is it. I don't know. I'm gonna move that along to someone else. And then I also have the Anastasia contour kit. This is like the actual powdered one, which I do use a little bit. I have this guy here, which is the Tarteist contour palette. I honestly never use this, and I think I'm going to move that along to someone that will use it more. And then I also have this blush palette at the back from MAC, which I use a little bit, so I'm going to keep that. And then I also have the Hourglass ambient lighting powders, which I use a little bit as well. So that is everything there. I'm going to bring the Nicole Guerrero palette back, Shade and Light palette, and I'm actually going to try to stack this there as well. Okay, so I put all of my liquid and sticks in this corner. I piled all of the palettes here, and look at how much more nice this looks. Ugh, this makes me so happy. And like once I get that new blush in here, it's going to look great. Ugh, I'm loving this. Okay. So that is the third drawer. Moving on to the fourth drawer. This is where we're going to have a lot to get rid of. So I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit more. Okay, so this is my single eyeshadow and small eyeshadow palette drawer. I have a few palettes in here that I do want to keep, but there's a lot of these smaller palettes that I just don't need anymore. This Narcissist palette from NARS, I honestly... Oh, there you guys are. Say hello. I honestly haven't used this a ton, so I am going to pass this along. I'm pretty sure I said I passed that along in the last like decluttering video that I did. I don't think I ever had the balls to get rid of it. So that's moving along for sure now. I also have a few palettes back here that I know are leaving me. I have this guy here, which I just recently got in a FabFitFun box. It's a really cute palette. But like the design of it and stuff honestly reminds me of like Amazon makeup, or not Amazon, Avon, not Amazon. Oh my goodness, Avon makeup. It just looks like, I don't know, like old lady makeup, to be completely honest. But it is really cute. but I think I'm gonna pass that along. It said on the FabFitFun like little flyer thing that was a $76 eyeshadow palette, which is insane. But anyways, there's these two eyeshadow palettes back here, which I've just been holding on for like, I don't know, nostalgia. I'm having a trouble with words today. Nostalgic purposes, because I've had these two palettes for so long. They were like my first like full palettes. This is the Maybelline Nudes palette, which isn't bad if you like drugstore makeup. And then this right here is the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. I got this so long ago. Holy crap. I'm going to move that along because your girl is not going to be using that. Okay, and then I also have Naked Basics 2, which I love. I have these two Huda Beauty little Obsessions palettes. I have this Burberry palette, which it's just honestly stunning, and I just keep it for aesthetic purposes. I don't even know if the shadows are that good. Are you any good? Oh, they're pretty. They're cute. They're cute. We're going to keep that. I also kept this NYX eyeshadow palette because it has yellows in it, which you don't often see yellow eyeshadows. Is this good? Ooh, girl. That is a yellow eyeshadow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Honestly, it's not really yellow. It just comes out as like a gold, which your girl does have gold eyeshadows. So I think I'm going to pass that along. We got this guy here, which I got in an Ipsy bag a really, really long time ago. And I just really liked this blue shade. But again, I think I've gotten palettes since then that have pretty bright colors. So we're going to pass that along. I also have this YSL palette. I have a few like real fancy palettes that I just randomly got for like Christmas and birthdays and stuff. And I just like to keep them because they're really, really pretty, to be completely honest. I got this again, I believe, in an Ipsy bag. And it's from Nikita K, New York, which I'm running out of fingers to swatch. I think I kept this because it was actually a really good palette, but girl, are you gonna be reaching for this? Probably not. So we're gonna move that along. Then honestly, I don't even need to swatch this. This is a Revlon Photo Ready little palette that I do not need. Okay, so we're going to put these little palettes back in here, the Huda Beauty ones, and then Naked Basics. So honestly, this drawer might become something else because I'm not going to have a lot of these shadows when I'm done. Moving on to these shadows here. Fun fact, this is actually an ice cube tray. It's a really good organization tool, but I think I might end up getting rid of it just because it's kind of ugly. And you know, I actually could use an actual ice cube tray, to be honest with you. So we're going to take all of these out and we're going to go through those. And then I think the only other two drawers that we have are my big eyeshadow palettes, which that will be pretty easy. And I also have my lipstick drawer, which will be pretty easy too. Okay, so we have these eyeshadows. I am going to keep all of the Milani ones because they are really, really good, and I really, really like those. Also, this Urban Decay one I'm going to keep. This is the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which I love. I have these two Balm little cream eyeshadow bases, but honestly, they're really, really old. I got them from like the sales section at Shoppers Drug Mart. And they do work. They're just not amazing, and they do feel pretty oily, so I was never really reaching for them. So we're getting rid of those guys. I have this Mika Beauty. It looks a little bit crusty, so we're gonna get rid of that guy. This NARS little shadow here. It's actually, I'm pretty sure, a small blush, but I started using it as a, we're gonna keep it just because I don't have a ton of like the pinky shadows slash blushes. I have this NYX gray shadow, which is very, very similar to this Milani one. I think the Milani's better, so we're gonna keep the Milani, get rid of the NYX. I think I got that NYX in an Ipsy bag as well. And then speaking of Ipsy bags, I also got both of these, which one is a Pacifica eyeshadow, which is actually really nice. I think Pacifica makes some really nice eyeshadows. Ooh, that is so pretty. Can you guys see that? We might have to keep that guy. And then this Rob Teeny Beauty. Don't know what this is, but we're just gonna swatchy. We're gonna keep that one too. That's really pretty. Okay, so that is that. And then I also have all of these ColourPop, which I'm gonna keep all of these as well. I just recently got these during Christmas, I believe. So, what are we gonna do with this? I think I might go grab another one of these clear containers and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. I got another clear container and put all of the eyeshadows in there. I think I need to find a different way to organize these just because I can't see any of the colors, and I feel like if I can't see them when I'm just looking, I'm not going to end up using them. So we're going to figure out some way to organize those. I have all this space here, which I might actually bring some of the larger palettes up here and put them there, but this little container here, I just have a ton of double-sided brushes, which I cannot store in my little containers because I feel like it would wreck the other side of the brush. So I just put them in there. And I also have the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And yeah, that is that drawer. So we're going to move on to probably my favorite drawer, which is this beautiful thing right here. Again, I'm going to zoom you guys in and we're going to go through all of these eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so I'm down on my knees now and we are going to go through all these eyeshadow palettes. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get rid of any of these. I don't think. There might be a few in the back that I might get rid of, but these all here, I told you guys earlier that I'm a little bit of a collector, so I really like having all of these different eyeshadow palettes. I actually think I might get rid of this guy here. This is the Lorac Pro palette. I got this a few years ago when I went to Florida, and it's a really pretty palette. I just never reach for it because it's so teeny tiny. I guess it would be really nice for traveling, but I do have other palettes that I can bring traveling as well. So I think I'm going to move this along. I feel like one of my sisters would love this. It's a really nice, natural, neutral color palette. So I have gotten a little bit of use out of it, but I think I'm going to pass that one along. I have two eyeshadow palettes from Kat Von D. I have the Shade and Light Eye palette and the Monarch palette, which I haven't used this for so long, but this is like so pretty. And I feel like this was like the first ever like warm orangey palette, which I feel like the other companies kind of went off of that. I also have three of the Anastasia palettes. I have the Soft Glam, which I just recently got, which is absolutely stunning. I have the Prism palette, which I don't reach for a ton, but it's really nice to have these really interesting colors. And then we have the very well-loved Modern Renaissance palette. So those are the three of those. I'm kind of tempted to buy the Subculture palette now that it's been out for a bit, and I'm feeling like they've probably upped their game from the original release, just that I could have like all four of them. I think that'd be really, really nice to have all four of them. The collector in me, guys, but have three of them. I also have all five of the Urban Decay, which no, you do not need all of them, but I just love them so much. I think the Heat palette is my favorite, but I also do love all of them, and honestly, I do use all of them, like the Smoky. This one's probably my favorite packaging. Like, ugh, it's so friggin' gorgeous. And like, it's actually really, really pretty. I need to use this one more. But anyways, we're not talking about the palettes, Jenna. We're decluttering. I have all five of them. I'm not getting rid of them because I'm a collector. I also have the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, which it's really nice to have because it has a ton of glittery, shimmery shades, which very similar to this gold that I swatched from the NYX. I have the gold there, so it's good that I got rid of that little palette because I have this already. Stila in the light palette. I've had this probably the longest. I think this was my first eyeshadow palette. And I should really get rid of this. The only one that I really use is Kitten. Ugh. I don't know. Maybe I'll put this in the maybe pile because I really don't know about that one. I have this guy here, which is the Stila palette. This is one of the 4, I don't even know what these are called. Eyes Are the Window palettes. And this one is really, really pretty. I just don't reach for it very often. And it has very similar colors to all of the other palettes that I have. So maybe we're gonna keep it. Next up, we have these 2 palettes here. Makeup Forever Professional palette. I really like this one. Has some really nice shimmery shades. And then the Tartelette palette has some really nice matte ones. I'm sure you guys have seen all of those. I have this one here, which is the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette. Honestly, I never reach for this, guys. I'm gonna put that in the maybe as well. I have a really hard time with getting rid of eyeshadow, I feel. I have my MAC custom palette, which I love. This guy here, I am for sure getting rid of. This is the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I don't need this. I don't even think I've ever used that. We're going to move along. And then lastly, we have this Z palette, which has all of my, oh boy, drugstore palettes. A lot of it's like Wet n Wild. Actually, all of this is Wet n Wild. All of this is Wet n Wild. And this is all NYX. We're gonna move that along as well. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back here. These all can stay here because they are all beautiful and they need to have their moment in the spotlight. There we go. And because I got rid of all 3 of those palettes up there. So I think I am just going to keep that Gwen Stefani one, and I think I'm just going to keep all of these guys because, to be honest, you can never have too many palettes. And I think I might actually bring all of these guys up here because they're a little bit smaller and compact. And there we go. That is my eyeshadow palette drawer. Way too many, but I love them. Okay guys, so this is the last drawer we're going to be going through. Penny has joined us. So if you guys see a little puppy walking around here, that is Penny. But this is probably the drawer that I'm going to be getting rid of most. I don't know about some of them, but there's going to be a lot that I'm getting rid of. Okay, so over here I have a lot of my drugstore lipsticks and lipsticks that I've had for a while. There's going to be some that I'm going to get rid of. I did swatch one here because I wasn't 100% sure what these guys were. I didn't know if they were like glossy or balmy, but I do know that these guys here are like, I'm pretty sure they're the Revlon Butter lipsticks, which they're very sheer and not what I like anymore. So I am going to get rid of all of these. I don't even know if they offer these or like have them anymore, but we're going to get rid of those. They're just so pretty. Like, I don't want to get rid of them. Just the colors. Okay, I'm also going to get rid of these 3. These are NYC lipsticks, honestly. Not the best, and I have better lipsticks. I have this guy here, which is another, is this Maybelline? CoverGirl? What are you? Who friggin' knows? Maybelline. This is very similar to the one I have on my hand already. But I feel like I like the one on my hand better. So we're gonna get rid of that guy. I also have this one, which there's a funny story behind this one. This one is actually a lipstick that I for sure found on the ground that I like brought home with me and like sanitized and then started using myself. But it's like the weirdest like concealer lip shade that I just for some reason really liked. But I haven't used it in a really long time. So we're gonna get rid of that. I also have this NYX one, which is a full-on like purple shade. I feel like it was falling out for a second there, but it's like a crazy purple shade. So we're gonna get rid of that. I will probably never wear that shade these days. I have this one, which is a City Color Be Matte lipstick, which I got in a Nipsey bag. I'm not sure. Ooh, that is a thick matte lipstick, but I really like the color. That's really pretty. I'm actually gonna keep that. I kind of like it. This one is probably one of my oldest lipsticks and probably one of my most used, but I am going to get rid of that because I've had it for such a long time. And these 4 are Revlon lipsticks. They're colors that I honestly have so many of, so I'm going to get rid of those 4 as well. Move those along. And then I am going to keep these 2. These are both from Milani. One's in nude and one's in black cherry. We're going to move those up. And then, like I said, I'm keeping this guy as well. I have this Burberry lipstick, which came in like a set, so I'm going to keep that. It just makes me so mad that they don't fit. That makes me so angry. I also have this one here, which I love both of these. This one's a Marc Jacobs one, and then the Burberry one, but neither of them fit in this damn holder. That makes me so angry. I just want them to all look nice. But I'm going to keep both of those. I just don't know where to put them right now, so I'm just going to put you on the floor. Okay, so moving on to these. These are glosses. Actually, should we go on to these ones first? We should probably do that. We have this Bite Beauty thing that I'm going to keep. I also have this Trace one, which I'm going to get rid of because I've never used that. I have a few of these double-sided lipsticks from Bite Beauty, which I absolutely love. I have these small sample ones that I absolutely love. And then I believe I also have a few Bite Beauty liners in here as well. But I have these NARS sticks, which I got in birthday things, I think. But I'm going to get rid of those because I never use those. I have this other Trace thing, which I'm going to get rid of. There's a ton of stuff in here I'm going to get rid of. Bite Beauty lip liner. Bite Beauty lip liner. I have a bunch of my Kylie lip liners in here as well. Okay, so I went through all of the liners, and a lot of them I did keep. There's a ton of Kylie ones that came with the liquid lipsticks. There's a few just miscellaneous ones, and I have some Bite Beauty ones and some NYX ones that I'm keeping. I'm also going to put all of these Bite Beauty ones in here. I actually think I'm just going to put these guys in here, as well as this. And yeah, I think I'm just going to keep that there. If I put it here, will I be able to close it? We're good. Okay, so moving on to this container here. This is the Fenty Gloss, which honestly is the only lip gloss that I actually like. So that I'm keeping. I have a ton of these Too Faced Melted, which I actually really, really like these. So I'm keeping all of those, which I have a little 4-pack of minis, and then I have 2 bigger ones. I have this I Am Perfect, which I have a lip liner that came with this as well. I got this in a FabFitFun, I believe, and I really like it. I have this Caitlin lip gloss, which I'm not keeping. I have a few NYX ones, which I'm not keeping. This is one that I got, Hikari, not keeping those. And then I have 3 Lime Crime ones, which honestly I just like to keep because they're in like really interesting colors. So we're going to keep all of these guys, and that is that. And then literally the only lip gloss I have is this, because the rest of these are like liquid lipsticks. So yeah. Moving on to the last little thing back here. I have this little tiny Tarte lip paint that I'm keeping. I have 3 of these Bite Beauty liquid lipsticks, which are really, really nice. So we're going to keep those. Honestly, all of these back here I'm going to be keeping. I have a ton of Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, Kylie, and Tarte lip paints. So we're going to keep those. And I also have this gray Smashbox liquid lipstick, which I'm going to keep as well. So I think that is everything. Oh, I need to get rid of these guys. I have a ton of like little teeny tiny samples. I have this Body Shop lip balm, which I'm going to get rid of, or actually just put on my makeup table with my other lip chaps. And then I have a ton of little teeny tiny sample lipsticks, which I never ever reach for because they're in this little tiny container. So I'm going to take them out and put them in here, and hopefully I will see them and reach for them. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. Flatten this guy out. And I think that is everything. Is there any of these that I can fit in here? There we go. Fenty, can you fit? Of course you can't. Okay, so I think that is everything that I can fit in there. Maybe I can put these guys in here. This in here. Okay, that is everything that we can do. If only these would fit in here. But we'll just put them like that. Okay, that is everything for that drawer. I'm actually so proud of myself for everything that I got rid of in this drawer. Holy poop, that was needed. I also have this Ish lip statement palette, which is actually really, really nice. I got this in a FabFitFun box as well. So we're keeping that. And that is everything for that drawer. And that is actually everything for my makeup collection declutter, which is actually probably a super long video. So if you did enjoy it, if you made it all the way to the end, give it a big thumbs up. I actually got rid of so much stuff, guys. I kind of want to like tip you guys and show you everything that I got rid of. Yes, girl, look at all of that. Oh, I feel so freaking accomplished right now. You have no idea. But yeah, that is everything. I'm going to push you guys on back to my outro. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. Okay guys, so that was everything for this makeup declutter. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, then do so. If you are subscribed, definitely hit the notification bell so you are notified whenever I upload. My new uploading schedule is actually Saturdays. Like you guys can see now, I'm uploading this on Saturday. I've actually uploaded the last few videos on Saturdays and it just works a lot better for my schedule. So Saturdays is the new like main channel video day, and then I always upload my weekly vlogs on Tuesdays. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.